guys, it's Jess here with Blessed Jess. Thank you so much for watching my week 3 Weight Watchers weigh-in. So I can't believe that time is passing on by, but this is my week 3 weigh-in. I'm going to talk a little bit about how my week went, and then I'll get into the weigh-in, and then I'll tell you about my goals for next week. So this week was a really good week. I had a lot of challenges in the fact that we were so busy. We had a dinner at church on Friday night. We had a kids function on Saturday. We had Easter on Sunday. It was just crazy. Of course, Wednesday night is church for us. We were gone a lot, and we did pretty good not eating out. There was a few times we did eat out, and then we had to eat some stuff at church too. So I thought I did really well balancing that though, because like before church on Friday night, I went ahead and ate dinner so that I wasn't so hungry, and then I was able to just eat a little bit at church, which was awesome. And then Saturday they had pizza, plus then we stopped at Wendy's on the way home because Lucy didn't eat the pizza. So I was gonna get her something. David didn't eat, so I got him something. I almost got myself something because I was really hungry. It was like 1:30, but I didn't. I got a Diet Coke and I came home and I made a healthy lunch. So super non-scale victory there because normally if I was hungry, I would say, forget it, I'm just gonna get something, but I didn't. So I think navigating all of that, I did really, really well. I also dealt with a lot of fear and anxiety this week with Nate. A lot of stuff is going on with him. He still has this rash. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to go into it again because I'm sure all of you who do know what I'm talking about are sick of hearing it. But his rash is actually getting a lot better, slowly. The Zyrtec is starting to work. It's just a thing he's going to have to probably deal with for the next few years. I mean, I'm believing that God's gonna heal him and it's not gonna be an issue, but this condition he has, your body just, you kind of have to grow out of it. I've just been dealing with a lot of fear. The devil really tries to get at me with fear and anxiety about my kids, and I've been doing a lot of praying this week and a lot of combating that, but I have been struggling. Normally when I struggle with that, I turn to food, and I'm really trying not to do that anymore. But I do feel like the anxiety this week has not helped the weight loss. I feel like it has, when I get really, really super fearful and anxious, it tends to just kind of stop everything in its tracks. Other things that have been hard, water. I don't know what to say. I had the water thing down, packed, or however you say it. I have it down pat. And now all of a sudden it's a huge struggle again, which is crazy because you think you beat a battle and then you gotta just keep beating it. I just stopped wanting to drink water. I don't know what it is. I just haven't been thirsty. I have been eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and I know the water content is higher on that. Someone mentioned that in the comments, and that is so true. Maybe that's what it is. I don't feel like I'm dehydrated at all. I don't know, like I'm still like peeing all the time and stuff, TMI, but I just haven't been thirsty. And when I do drink, I want like carbonation, which I've been having a little bit more Diet Cokes. I mean, I don't buy Diet Coke, but when I'm out, I will occasionally get one. I think I had 2 last week. And then I also have been having a lot of the sparkling ices, which are 0 points, but still it's not as healthy for you as water. So definitely need to work on that. Other than that, I did really well. I used good judgment with my points, I feel like. I did go, let's see, I get 42 weeklies, and I went all the way down to where I had 18 left. So I used 24, if I'm doing the math right, 24 weeklies, which is over half, which is the most I've used so far. I feel like the weeklies are there for a reason, and it being Easter week, I'm okay with using a little bit extra. So like 10 points of those were Hershey Kisses. Oh, I hate that happened. And then when Monday afternoon, I had a burger and fries with my husband. And looking back, I probably wouldn't have done that again just because it was so close to weigh-in. But I really wanted it. I really enjoyed it. I hadn't had the restaurant in a while, and I'm okay with it. It didn't set me off on a huge binge for the rest of the day. And that is what I love about Smart Points, is because any other diet I'm on, any other diet, if I had done that, even counting calories, if I had eaten the burger and fries and tracked it, I would have just blown the rest of the day. I would have said, oh well, I'm already 2,000 calories in for the day. I'm already off the track. I'm just going to keep on eating and I'll start over tomorrow. I promise you that's what I have done. But with Weight Watchers, they build in those treats with the weeklies. And so I didn't feel bad about it at all. And the rest of the day, I ate really healthy and I didn't go off track. I think I went into my weeklies like 12 points that day. And it was just such a powerful moment for me to realize I can still have occasional treats. Does it need to be an everyday thing? Definitely not. Does it need to even be an every week thing? No. But I can have the occasional treats and I can just fit it into my plan. So I know some people, they don't use their weeklies. I know some people use just a little, some people use all of them. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to work best for me. I think about half of them is what I'm thinking is what I want to do. The only thing I want to do different is not eat them so late in the week where the sodium and stuff might mess up my weigh-in. So let's just get into the weigh-in. I was really nervous about it because last night I felt so bloated. I really felt like my period was coming and I just got off my period like a week ago. I just felt really bloated and crampy and I just did not feel good. And I thought, this is really not good for weigh-in. This is really not good. And I want, you know, the scale is not everything. The scale is definitely not everything. It is one tool. And I try to remind myself that. But it's hard when you're working so hard. You want to see that tangible proof. I think that's why we all love the scale so much. And we put so much attention on the scale is it's an actual, tangible, evidence-based proof that I am doing good on my plan, you know? But the scale isn't everything. So I was really nervous and then I woke up this morning and said, you know what? It is what it is. You know, I've done the last 2 weeks, I've lost about 1 pound each week and I'm a slow loser. That's awesome. And you know, if this week doesn't pan out as well, I'm not going to get discouraged. So I was fully expecting to see a gain, just from the way I felt. You know how you wake up and you just don't feel like you've lost weight, you just can feel it. So last week I was 224.6. This morning when I stepped on the scale, I was 224.6. So I stayed exactly the same. I am so thrilled with that, especially it being Easter weekend, especially it being all the times that we had a crazy schedule this week, especially it being all the fear and anxiety I battled this week, all of the things, you know, and the burger and fries and, you know, going into those weeklies with the Hershey Kisses. I was still able to stay the same. Of course, I don't want to stay the same every week because that wouldn't be losing weight, but I'm okay with it. I've lost a good bit of weight the last couple of weeks and I'm sure it's going to kick back into gear next week. It's just my body evening out. And I think the burger and fries, maybe just the sodium in it that I'm not used to, has kind of held on the last few days. And I need to just drink a lot of water and flush it out. So I'm not worried about it. I don't want you guys to worry about it. I'm thrilled. I really was expecting a gain of a couple of pounds, to be honest. I don't know what that noise is going on. Must be somebody upstairs. Yeah, it is. I was making sure it's not Lucy. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it and I feel great. I love Weight Watchers. I know a lot of times when I don't have a weight loss or, you know, I have a weight gain, a lot of you guys like to come on and tell me, oh, you need to change this up, you need to change that up, you need to change your plan again. I've gotten a couple of comments saying you just need to go back to counting calories. I love Weight Watchers. I love it, you guys. I love it. And I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change. This is it. This is it. Now, I'm not going to say never, ever, ever, because, you know, sometimes we do need to change things up. But I love this, and I feel like this is something I can stick with long term. This is something that I can live on, and I'm not going to just stop because 1 or 2 weeks don't show the results I want. So, things I want to do better for next week. Really watch the weeklies. I'm not saying I won't go into my weeklies because, you know, I probably will. I'm thinking about maybe trying to break it up a little bit more and only going in, like, you know, going over a couple of days by a few points instead of like a large chunk at one time. Maybe just kind of seeing if that'll work. And then the other thing is just trying to use my weeklies earlier in the week as opposed to right before weigh-in so that I get an accurate number. But eventually it's going to show on the scale. You know, even if you eat your weeklies right before weigh-in every single week, you're going to eventually see it on the scale, you know, so I'm not that worried about it. This week is not too bad. Knock on wood. We don't have a whole lot of events. Saturday is a straight up family day, I think, which we haven't had in forever. We've had events every Saturday. I'm pretty sure we don't have anything this week. I hope that's right. We need to get Nate measured for his little tux. I need to go shopping again for another round of Easter wedding dress shopping. Not wedding for me, but my brother's wedding. So that's no fun. I went a whole tangent on that on my last What I Ate Today video if you want to go check it out from Tuesday. But it's hard to find dresses that, if you're not a size 12 or 10 or 8, it's really hard to find a dress. I'm a size 16, 18 right now. And especially in like fancy dresses, I'm more like an 18. And there is no cute dresses. So I've got to go to some more stores. All I've checked out is Belk right now. And all Belks are not the same. So if I found a nicer Belk that had more of a selection. Anyway, I have that coming up. Other than that, it's just our normal schedule of church, you know, all of that. So no big holidays or parties or anything like that. So that's awesome. The only other thing I'm really going to try to work on, water. I don't know what it is. I just am having a hard time. So I've got to make a mindful effort to really focus on the water because, you know, if I'm eating stuff that has more sodium and stuff, I need to be drinking the water to kind of flush that out. But you know, I'm not gonna drink water to the point of making myself nauseated. You know, you can drink too much, but I think to aim for 2 or 3 of these big cups of water a day, plus the water that's coming from my fruits and vegetables and coffee, and you know, I put water in my smoothies and stuff like that. I mean, I think that's doable. I just need to be more mindful of it. I hope you all have had a great week. I am loving Connect on Weight Watchers. I've posted several things over there. So if you're on Weight Watchers, go look me up. My username or whatever it's called over there is BlessedJess86. I post over there and I love the support, and I don't feel like I have to, you know, post it on Facebook where everybody in my life who doesn't even know I'm on Weight Watchers can see it. But I can just post the struggles, the food, everything else. I love Connect. I love Weight Watchers. I'm loving it. And I really wish, and man, I wish there was any way I could join a meeting, because I feel like I would love that accountability and the support and just seeing the faces and you know, you feel like you're part of a group that's doing it together. It's not feasible for me right now, but I'm super bummed about that. Price wise and the meeting times in my area are times I cannot go. So you guys are my meetings, and Connect on Weight Watchers is my meetings, and I am staying super motivated. You know, sometimes I'm just blown away with the fact that I'm able to do the things I'm doing, that I'm able to go through a drive-thru at Wendy's and not be tempted to get something for myself. Like, I was perfectly fine to come home and make a turkey and cheese wrap. You know, like, who is that? Because normally I would be like, I don't care, I'm eating it, you know? And just realizing that I can have the things I want. And I think that's why I love Weight Watchers so much, is you can have the things you want. There's no restrictions. It's just about learning to eat in a balanced way and eat in moderation. And, you know, that's the way you keep it off. Because if you go, at least for me, I have lost weight before doing tons of different things, but none of it is livable. None of it you can stay on, you know? You go off carbs, at least for me. I go off carbs and I can do that for a little while, and my body actually responds really well to that, and I can drop the weight really fast doing that. But I can't stick with that. I love my carbs, and if you looked at me and told me I could never have a piece of pizza again, I would cry. Like, I love bread. Like Oprah says, I love bread. I do. I love chips. I love, you know, all of that. And I feel like food is supposed to be enjoyed. I know food is fuel and we get preached that, and that is true. But it's also meant to be enjoyed, and it's part of life that we have to live with. So cutting out food groups, it just doesn't work for me, because eventually I'm going to fall off the wagon and I'm going to eat everything in sight and I'm going to gain all the weight I lost back. You know, so being able to incorporate the treats in the journey is a way where I'm not depriving myself and I don't feel like I have to go off plan to have the treats. And that has been the biggest thing, because I have found, and I said this earlier in the video, and I've said this like a million times on my What I Ate Today videos, I have found that in every other diet, if I was going to have a treat, if I was going to have a cheat or whatever, and you know, I was going with my husband out to eat or whatever, I would just say, oh well, I'm not going to track this and I'll start over tomorrow, and then the rest of the day would have been whatever I want to stuff in my face, I am. That's just how I am with every other diet. But Weight Watchers, the reason I love it so much is they build those weekly points into it, so you don't feel like, well, I've blown it now, so I can just keep going. You know, I feel like, okay, well, now I've used 20 weeklies in this one meal. Okay, let's not use any more continually, and I can still be accountable for it. And I just love that. So thank you all so much for watching. I am totally fine with a negative 0, plus 0, no loss, no gain. Next week, I'm sure I'll be right back on the losing track. I also plan to get back to the gym this week, you guys. I have not been to the gym since I started Weight Watchers. It's not good. We've been so busy, and when I have a little bit of free time, I just don't want to go. I want to do housework. I want to do, you know, shopping I need to do, and I just have not fit it back in. I need to get back in the habit of going, so I'm hoping by the next time we talk to you, I have been to the gym. So fingers crossed on that. But I'm not stressing too much because, you know, it is life, and I'll get back. I know I will. I love the gym, and I love the time that I go, so I just need to get back into doing it. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, y'all.